Hello and welcome. This is another game of custom standard. This is the Netropolis rotation and another friendly match. And this is a game where I'm actually going to be playing. With me is Duringer, up against Rudyards, and I'm playing blue-white Artifactfall, which is a tempo aggro deck, versus an unknown deck. So this is going to be best of three, and we'll see how I go. Okay, we're just gonna do our initial see who goes first. I lose the die roll, and I start off with a hand of no creatures, two of my combo wincon pieces, and equipment. So we're gonna ship this back. Wade through we can use to draw a huge amount of cards, discard our entire hand, and then create a huge amount of artifacts, which gives us huge amounts of Artifactfall triggers, which allows us to have a one-turn kill. However, or it can just be used fairly, and just as card draw. But we're going to mull. So we're gonna draw a new 7 here. This looks much better. We're just gotta decide what to get rid of. So because we have no sky guards, I think we get rid of Wade through, because we have better card draw through crossing the fog. Yeah. Put this on the bottom. Okay, and we'll see what our opponent is playing. So the aim of this deck is use cards like Flutter Droids, which are 1/1 flyings that gets +1/+1 on attacking if you play if an artifact entered. Notably, all these triggers are enters battlefield effects. Tempo cards like Dark Moonbow to both get through extra damage in the air and slow down our opponent's plays. Crossing the Fog, which allows us to draw cards whenever we hit our opponent. We have Silent Mimic, which is a vehicle that can mimic our opponent's stuff, and there is an infinite flicker combo with Silent Mimic in the deck, where you can have it flicker itself by copying a Keeper of Courtesies, and it then comes in, creates an Artifactfall trigger, and then continue that infinitely. To give yourself infinite Artifactfall triggers. So if we have one of our Sky Guards, which gets +1/+1, or gives the team +1/+1, whenever we play a artifact, whenever an artifact enters the battlefield, we can then combo kill, making the team arbitrarily large. Instead, we're just going to play Flutter Droid as an early aggressive play. And then turn 2, depending on what our opponent plays, we're going to do Dark Moonbow and equip it, or we can do Crossing the Fog. Now, the fact that our opponent played nothing means they might be on some sort of blue-green flash, which, if they're holding up counter magic, means I likely want to go. I would rather them counter Dark Moonbow. So we're going to play out Dark Moonbow and see what our opponent does. They use a negate or some other kind of spell here. No, okay, it seems like it resolves. Flutter Droid will attack as a 2/2. There's a question of whether we want to draw a card off Crossing the Fog, or if we want to, because we are going to miss land. No, we are not guaranteed a land next turn, so we'd possibly want the card draw. If they didn't counter this, it's unlikely they're going to have the counter. It's more likely they have some sort of interaction which would punish us for the equip. Let's go with Crossing the Fog here. That's an interesting decision. So this journey's 3 times. Journey means we essentially have 3 cards in exile. That every time we hit them with a creature, we can get one of those cards. So the 3 cards we get are Wade through, Flutter Droid, Enklim. We will start combat, and attack. This will get +1/+1. Yep. We will get a Flutter Droid because we do not have any more lands at this stage. Giving us a bit more card selection. Our Flutter Droid goes back to it being a 1/1. So, I probably did end up having nothing, which it's fine, but it meant that Dark Moon was probably a better choice there. They can play nothing again. Which in this case, I think I go for the Dark Moon. Oh, we did get the land though. I was even playing that. Can do some spicy things like Tempered Anklims. However, I think we equip the bow and try to disrupt whatever they're playing. So no response from them. Now, Scion Mimic can come in as a copy of any card except it's a artifact vehicle, which is good, except that we don't really have anything good to copy. So I actually probably just want to play another Flutter Droid. Yeah, like we could have played the Anklim and then started copying the Anklim every turn, but then we wouldn't have got the Dark Moon Bow to disrupt our opponent's plans. So we're just going to play Flutter Droid here, which is an artifact creature. See if this resolves. Say okay. So we will get to attack as a fruit 2. Okay. So whenever a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, that player casts their first spell on the next turn. Counter that spell unless they pay 1. Alright. So we'll have to. So currently there's nothing from my opponent. Oh, sorry, we do get the England. First spell on the next turn. Okay, so they just bypass that entirely by not casting anything. Okay. Like, I would be worried if I were extending against some sort of control deck, but because we've had the journey, we've simply drawn 3 for 1 mana, which means I'm kind of not super concerned. So I guess we just like Tempered Anklim. So here we go, Tempered Anklim, dome them for free with the ETB trigger. Get both +1/+1 on both of these. If they counter it, whatever, we can Anklim again next turn. Let's see if this results. Got our thinking. It's going to be countered, dissipate. Okay, it's exiled. No problem. No problem. Okay, so we will not get a +1/+1 on both our creatures here, so we will just attack for free. A trio of damage, which we'll get our way through. Perfect. Still got another Tempered Anklim, and then we can start like Sound Mimicking. Sound Mimic's pretty bad against this creatureless deck, but Anklims are very good. If we start copying Anklims, it'll get kind of nutty. It's definitely some sort of control, like Bant control deck. Okay, like force the counter spell out with the Crossing the Fog. Because like they never want us to resolve this. Oh, we do resolve it. Okay. Here we go, we got the Keeper of Courtesy, Skyguard Sovereign. Okay, so we actually have like the infinite combo potentially in hand. Oh, not in hand, or journeyed hand in hand. Nice. I guess the question here is, do we like we play Anklim to get the trigger? They're gonna counter Epic? Yep, sure. They're countering and drawing a spell. Okay. Epic of Ekabram, very very powerful. A bit like a no, Cryptic Command, nearly. Like a cross between Cryptic Command and like a Sphinx's Rev. It's kind of nuts. Anyway, we're going to hit him for free. And we're going to get the Keeper. Ooh, and the... See, Sky got someone's like real awkward. And Sound Mimic's been bad. I was trying this cut out, but I'm not sure it's good. I think we want the... Thinking. Do we want the land here? Did I play a land? Not played a land, so I want to grab a land, play it, and Dark Moonbow not doing a lot against a deck that operates primarily at instant speed. Anyway, but the combo I was talking about is having Skyguard, Keeper of Courtesies, Sound Mimic. Sound Mimic copies the Keeper of Courtesies, repeating itself infinitely, while Skyguard gives the entire team +X, where X is the number of artifacts it enters, so therefore becoming infinite. Just, I'm kind of worried about cards getting countered here. Yeah, both our Tempered Anklands getting countered was pretty rough, I'm not gonna lie. It exiles it and then return it to the battlefield. Okay. So will we play a Sound Mimic to try to bait out a counterspell? Like only copy a Flutter Droid, but I mean it's pressure. More importantly, it's pressure that doesn't die to a board wipe, because it's actually a vehicle most of the time. It's interesting. Yeah. And then what we'll do is actually we'll have our Keeper of Courtesies and play it during their turn. Because it has flash. Okay, results is a Flutter Droid. Yep, gonna start combat. Both of these are gonna get any additional +1/+1 power. Because they've played an artifact this turn. And we're gonna get in for 5. Oops. Opponent has Wonder the Unknown. Aha! So this is where Keeper of Courtesies comes in nicely, because we can actually protect that. Do we even want to, though? Thinking. I think we do. This is going to counter that. So this will also causing the Dark Moonbow to drop off. They will take 2. Yeah, we're going to attach the bow to the Flutter Droid, I guess. And pass turn. Oh, and we get a Skyguard. Yep, okay, banning the gun. That's 4/4 token at flash speed, which is fine because we're flying over anyway. So this is going to become a 1/1. They're thinking they are passing. Okay. This is interesting because like they're just gonna counter Skyguard if I play it out right, which is a real pain. But if I play it out and they've got Epic, because I can pay 3, they actually have to spend their entire mana to do that. Which in that case I keep Pro Courtesies, the Flutter Droid, I keep Pro Courtesies, the Flutter Droid to swing in for 4. I think let's just go for it. It forces them to have it. Thinking. Because this is ETB triggers, it's not rather than cast triggers, it's up against yes, okay, they're gonna counter twice. Perfect. I am totally happy for an Epic to be used 1-for-1 like that. So sure. Because I can still Scion Mimic, right? I can still get the +1/+1 triggers. Actually, yeah. Do I just kill them? I just kill them, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Alright, so it's the Flutter Droid. Now I play a Scion. And that's GG. Yeah, game 2. Oh, so Bant control. Interesting matchup. Crossing the Fog did huge work there. Wade through a lot less so because I can't ever set up. Sound Mimic was, it's just a cheap artifact. It wasn't great. It's interesting. I might actually want to keep in some rods to bounce because their win cons are sort of based off tokens. It's an interesting one. Definitely want. Do I want to bring in the Legacy War Mask? Is the other thing, or Talia? Definitely want to bring in Negates. I'm bringing in Negates. I think I'm taking out the Wade Throughs. It's just too slow. Yeah, I'm probably taking out 1 rod. I don't have anything to copy with this Scion, so I think I keep 1 Scion in for the combo. So I need to put in 3 cards. So it's either I put in another Legacy War Mask or I put in a bunch of Talias. Talias is very hard for them to deal with if I can ever get it to stick. I think I'll go 2 and 1. Yeah, because I do want the artifact triggers to fall. Yeah, let's see what they do. It's an interesting match. I think my deck, by the way, my deck is pretty undertuned, as in it's pretty new. Still lots of changes I want to make, so please forgive. You know, this is only like the 3rd or 4th time piloting it, so please forgive any mistakes you see. Okay. 2 lands, 2 4-drops, and a 5-drop. Ugh. I probably should have taken Master out. Don't know. Huh. Is this just too slow? It's like I don't do anything with this hand. I think I mull this actually. Okay. This also looks pretty slow. At least we've got 3 free drops, and we can use counter spells to stop their counter spells. it's a bit rough. Skycloud Province not looking like it's doing a lot of work here, so I might actually even put that on the bottom. Actually, am I ever going to be able to get anything with Override? If I can get something to stick, and I might draw something cheap, so I think I put this in the bottom. This is a bit rough. You got some spectators in. Welcome. Just waiting for. So we both mulled to 6, which is definitely, you know, some of the aggressive deck. Think that's a bit better for me. Just waiting for Rudyards. Oh, yeah. Starting off with a green-white land. Yeah. So we have drawn an artifact, which will make our override better. So I guess the question is, do we play the Lakeside Park? Ooh, yeah, we don't, because if we draw a 2-drop, we don't want to stumble. So yeah, it's much better if we don't draw the 2-drop, can then play out Darkmoon Bow anyway, right? Opponent does have a counterspell, mana up, didn't draw the 2-drop, didn't end up mattering. Cool, so let's just play the Darkmoon. They let us keep. Play that creature, it's not very impactful against them. Cool. They're gonna play a 2/2 bounty. And get some board presence. Interesting. This would be really great if we get the rod down, the bounce artifact. I'm actually gonna try to put some pressure on. Must mean they have a. Yeah, oh, they're missing their 3rd land? Right, that would explain. Cool. Do I just counter whatever they do? I'm not really pressured by this. Or do I think that they... Basically, it's do I think they have the counterspell or not, right? Because I could very easily, like, Talia Crossing the Fog, or just Tempered Ankle him smack face. Let's just go for board presence here. That's what our deck does. You know, they've got to show us. They have the counterspell. They do. Okay. Rough, it was an Essence Scatter too, so if we'd played Talia, that would have been fine, but that's okay. Because it was an Essence Scatter, it didn't matter if we waited longer. Again, this is not putting really any actual pressure on us. Right, they are passing the turn again. So we either go for Skyguard, try to run it into a counter. Yeah, they've probably got a. They don't have double blue, actually. I don't think they've got the counter. Show me it. They are thinking. They could have removal, which would be unfortunate. Harrow. Okay, so they're sacrificing a land, getting out 2 lands. and then playing a wander. Wow. Wow. So view library. Let's get out another island. That would have been nuts if we had overridden there, because they would have had to sack the land and they just wouldn't have got anything. Makes me feel crap. Okay. Flooded road. Hey, let it resolve. Sweet. Do not have enough for both Talia and Crossing. No, wait, if we play Talia first. Okay, so we've got to think about it. Either we play Talia first, we can +1, untap a land, play Crossing. Or we can play Crossing, keeping up automatic override. Both of these seem pretty sweet here. I think the automatic override is definitely what we want, though. Let's go Crossing. See if they... Unlike a lot of other counter spells, Crossing is... automatic override is... not double weighted. Yeah. And then we will pass. If our opponent taps out here, no. So we get to draw a card, they get nothing. Perfect. And we get the rod that we wanted before to bounce their plant. Perfect. Perfect. We'll take 2. Apologies for the bad download there. Okay. Play a land. We're going to start with Rod of Marlborough. Try to bait out any counter spell. Okay, let it resolve, we bounce. Yep. Cool. The question now is... things across. Question now is, do we attack with Talia? Do we enter with Talia? Do we want to like someone like Master Marlborough out? Do we equip Dark Moon? Extra damage. If they counter Talia, they don't have triple blue for Epic. Then we can still equip and hit in for free, but we can do that anyway. Alright, let's just... Yeah, I don't think we want to play Master Marlborough this turn, so let's just equip this. 3, 2, starting combat, attack. They take it. Okay. We are getting a ankle. Guess we just play out the Anklum. It's the largest. Or we just draw more cards. Talia. No, because if they're going to have a Tagal, they can only Essence Scatter. Yeah, we'll actually play Talia. Okay, that's bad. Bleh. Okay, I mean, that's fine. So that means we got England next time. They know we have England though, which is less than ideal. They just pass right back. Okay. Back to being a 2-1. Ah, we have negate. Sweet. So let's go with England. Tap out, please. We will negate that. Okay, then they're going to scoop to that. GG's. Cool, they only had one card in hand, and if it wasn't epic, well, they didn't have the card in hand to cast it anyway. GG. Okay, cool, we got there. A bit of a slow start. Yeah, but we managed to kind of maneuver around that. Kind of felt, okay. I don't know. Like you saw just how like automatic override and the gates were big help. But yeah, so this was blue-white Artifactfall versus Bant Control, and this is custom standard. It's a rotating format of high-quality custom Magic sets. If you're interested, follow links in the description, and you can play as well. Thank you very much for joining me.